Mr. Speaker, just by way of clarity, you indicated that there are some problems that have been identified with the bill that was passed by the 8th Parliament. In other words, the attention of Mr. Speaker has been drawn to some few things. Mr. Speaker, we will be happy that at the appropriate time, some of these issues are shared with us, Mr. Speaker, because for us, this is a very important matter, and I'm happy that you have brought it to a peaceful rest, considering the unyielding posture our friends opposite me took on this matter, even where we were proposing some amendment for safe landing and we had had discussions. They never supported it. And in a hot afternoon, they decided to hang us with that bill, and they were partisanly political with it. So if today, as Mr. Speaker has put it, they themselves have realized that the bill they passed was problematic, and they would want to, yes, that their attention, if today they have seen that the attention has been drawn to some excesses in the bill, however too late in the day, it is good that they themselves have come to that realization. But Mr. Speaker, we wait patiently for that day. But Mr. Speaker, our friends must know that sometimes when they place a rat poison on another man's tongue, it will not take too long for they themselves to taste that rat poison. We are patiently waiting for this LGBT bill. We are patiently waiting for the corrected version.
Because the last one was bad one. The previous one was a bad one.
Mr. Speaker, I speak no more.
Honorable Minority Leader, don't read different meaning into what I said. Just wait. You know, Mr. Speaker is very open. So whatever it is, I'll let you know. But there is no corrected version or this and that. No. It may be an improvement, but that doesn't mean a corrected version. I think enough is enough.
Mr. Speaker, I would have preferred their old version.
Resume your seat.
Mr. Speaker, their old version.
Resume your seat. Yes, Honorable Member.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much for the opportunity to point out a few inaccuracies in the presentation that was made by the Honorable Minority Leader. Mr. Speaker, you have always led, and it has already been celebrated by the Majority Leader and other colleagues on the floor, with maturity. And Mr. Speaker, your views and your guidance has never been construed or misconstrued to be the views of any group in this House. So I am therefore surprised that, Mr. Speaker, as you guide on this matter, the Honorable Minority Leader is making it seem as if you are speaking the position of the majority in the House, and you are speaking the position of those who sponsored the earlier bill. Mr. Speaker, I was part of those who sponsored that bill. And Mr. Speaker, as far as we are concerned, we passed that bill in the state that we did, at the time that we did, guided by good conscience. And we were hopeful that the then president would have signed it. Mr. Speaker, I will not go over the issues that happened then. But if it has become necessary for this House to reconsider it, I take solace in the assurance of the majority leader that we stand in readiness to support the process of enacting a law that will make the practice intolerable and unacceptable in this house. And we are not shaking from that responsibility. We are not moving from that position that we took earlier. If they have changed their position, I would have wished that they would do so with their former president. But even if they are unable to, we welcome them on board because this is a cause for Ghana. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, I'm happy that our brothers from Uganda are here because they are ahead of us already on this matter, and so they will share with you their experiences too. They have already passed an act on it. They are implementing it. They've hosted twice 2 conferences on this subject matter, and they are calling on other countries, particularly Ghana, to host the next conference. And so they will share their experiences with you and maybe convince you to host it for other African countries to emulate the good examples that we are setting. Yes, Honorable Member.
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I just want to respectfully observe that I listened to you very carefully when you were giving the guidance. Mr. Speaker, because the matter that was dealt with in this House in your absence, which the majority leader invited you to clarify, was a matter of great concern to me. And I was very eager to pick your direction and guidance on the matter. Mr. Speaker, you resolved 2 matters, as I understood it. The first one, Mr. Speaker, you resolved the matter of whether or not the bill is pending, which therefore can be assented to by the President. And Mr. Speaker, you guided, you gave the direction that the 8th Parliament dissolve with all its uncompleted acts. And therefore, the bill which was passed in this House died with the 8th Parliament, no longer exists. Mr. Speaker, quite clearly, that position is in consonance with the position taken by the minority leader and this side of the House. And with the greatest respect to the majority leader, I'm sure the majority leader himself will concede that the position he articulated or submitted in respect of that particular matter is at variance with the guidance the Speaker rightly gave. Then the second one, Mr. Speaker, which is what the Honorable Sweeney spoke to. Mr. Speaker, you said there have been certain proposals to make the bill better, and which is what the minority leader pointed out, that if you have realized that the bill that was passed by the 8th Parliament was not fit for purpose, and therefore, Mr. Speaker, and therefore you have found it necessary. Mr. Speaker did not give specifics as to what are the specific proposals or variations to make the bill better. But the point the minority leader made is that there seems to be a certain concession that the bill that was passed by the 8th Parliament was not fit for purpose, and therefore it has been revised for this 9th Parliament to consider it. So, Speaker, it will be very interesting for us to find out what are the specific areas which have been revised. Because, for example, Mr. Speaker, one of the contentious issues which came up in respect of that particular bill was the issue of human rights. Let me conclude.
Honorable Member, we are not debating the bill. Now you are going into contents. You are now not referring to what I said or what he said, but you are not going into contents. But we are not discussing or debating any provision of the bill. And you still don't know what I meant by the statements. So please, I assure you that when we get there, being an open speaker, I will let you know what it is.
Mr. Speaker, I'm guided. But let me just conclude, Speaker, by saying that let them bring the bill as it was and as was passed by the 8th Parliament in the same form and shape. Don't change it. Mr. Speaker, don't water it down. What the Ghanaian people want is to have a law which promotes good sexual conduct in Ghana and which prevents LGBTQ. Don't go and change the 8th Parliament bill. Don't go and water it down. Don't go and revise it and bring it to the 9th Parliament and have the President assent to a bill which is not fit for purpose. We want the 8th Parliament bill for the 9th Parliament to consider. Verbatim, don't change it. That's the point. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Please. Honorable member, what we are talking about is not a bill coming from the majority side. What we are talking about is a private member's bill co-sponsored by both sides of the House. Even in the 8th Parliament, it was co-sponsored by both sides of the House. It was not from one side. It is still the same co-sponsorship of both sides of the House. You have not seen the contents, and that's why I said you hold your peace. When we get there, you get to know what I refer to. Please, but I know that this is the highest political or partisan platform of any democratic country. And so you can keep on chipping at it with your political game. But the truth will remain the truth. Nothing can happen to it. So please wait until I inform you about the situation, then we can take it on and debate. Majority Leader, may we move on to urgent questions?
Mr. Speaker, I do agree, but I was hoping that the same minister could lay his papers before answering the questions. So if you indulge me, Mr. Speaker, if you could vary the order of business to take item 10 and then we now take the questions.